So, the law of attraction in action. This is Cherokee with Make Your Habit Strong, and this is my daily diary post on improving myself. And today I learned a lesson, and it's kind of a lesson that I know, but I need to post this for myself, especially as a reminder to just shut up sometimes. So in keeping with the law of attraction, which I am diving deep into, really learning and studying, and how it applies in my life, it applies in all of our lives, but awareness is the first step. Knowing is half the battle, right? I grew up with G.I. Joe. It is half the battle, and then once you know, the next thing is action. How am I learning from this and conditioning it and bringing it into my daily life, right? So this morning, someone at work, someone made a comment, and me and my cheery self, I was like, "Oh, it depends on where you place your focus," and then the person brought it down to like a really negative thing, and I was like, "But it depends on where you place your focus," and in that moment, my vibration went down, and immediately I was like, "You need to just shut up and not talk." And I was trying to be positive because that's, kind of always how if you have not had an easy life and you want a better life, you're going to have to learn how to be positive, and keep looking at the light, because that's what's going to bring you to the light. If you keep your eye on it, you will be brought there. That's just how it works. Ask anyone who's done it. So that was my thought, and that was like first thing this morning. And then I had a hard time regaining my balance all day long. All day it was a struggle. And I was like, you just need to learn how to shut up. If you have something positive to say and someone has something negative to say, let that be okay. You do not have to counter with something positive. And it seems like a small thing, but it ended up being a big thing, and here's why. Number one, I struggled with my vibration all day long. And I knew why, but I didn't know exactly why. I mean, I knew. It was like my lesson learned, just shut up and mind your business. And then after I left work, I was listening to more law of attraction stuff. And this is how the law of attraction works. It will give you what you ask for, because I'm seeking answers. I got my answer as soon as I left work. Tuned in. So when someone has, let's say you have a point to make. In this case, I was just pointing toward positivity, but it could be anything. And you have your point to make, that yes, it depends on where you place your focus. You can be miserable for your whole life, or you can be happy. I've been through depression for over a decade, and I understand what it takes to come out of it. And the first thing that it takes is a desire to want to get better, number one. And number two, then comes the major work of climbing out of this deep, dark hole that you're in. That takes quite some time, but it starts with a desire. And once you have the desire, then you have to commit to digging yourself out. And that varies for months. I think for me, it took a number of years. And then my final, big push out of major depression was when I got pregnant, because your emotions affect the baby's vibration, the baby's experience in the womb, and I didn't want no miserable, unhappy baby. So I had to really just, and by then I had done enough climbing out. Anyway, I digress. The point is, it absolutely depends on where you place your focus. If you are determined to be negative, then so be it. And so when I left and I'm on my way to home, I said, let me just listen to something like positive. Because you attract what you are. And so if your vibration is low, the law of attraction will say, well, here's more of that. And so I don't want more of that. So I said, let me, and I just kind of like battled with this back and forth. Anyway, on my way back home, I specifically the first thing I listened to was, this is why you don't argue with people, or in this case, even try to prove your point. Don't try to prove your point. Don't try to prove your point. Cherokee, don't try to prove your point. Just know that you're right. That's all it is, because it's right for you and it's right for other people, and it's not always the same. Doesn't mean they're wrong, because it's right for them. And this is a reminder to myself to Cherokee, mind your own goddamn business. I mean, we're having a conversation, but still, I could have just said, okay, she wants to be negative today, moving on. But instead, I tried to end it on a positive note, and it did the reverse. Because what happens is, as you try to counter their negativity, and they're steeped in their negativity, you have to go down to their level to try to meet them on their level. And when you go down to their level, what happens is your vibration ends up being affected. You end up hearing more of their point than they end up hearing of your point. And then your vibration ends up being affected. So in that moment, I was like, just shut up and don't have any more, but then I got more explanation at the end of the day when I was on my way home. So number one, I just want to point out that is how quickly the law of attraction will respond to you. That is how quickly, I should say, the universe will respond to you. If you ask, you will get an answer. And this is something that I've been practicing for quite some time. Knowing this now, as I reflect back in my youth, this has always been a constant. But now that I know how it works, I'm a creator, a deliberate creator. Deliberate, because I know that my answer to my question will be answered immediately. I don't gotta wait for years. It's because now it's like it's a habit, and I've done it enough. Deliberate creation. I've done enough deliberate creation where I know that my answer is coming usually that same day. Not only that, I can ask for specifically how I want my answer to come, and I will get it in the form that I request. So anyway, the law of attraction is very real to me because it works for me, and as I seek to use it every day in my life, I see how it works every day in my life. And I seek answers because I want to be better. I want the law of attraction and understanding how my vibration and my thoughts dictate what is coming to me. I want that to be second nature. And I'm on my way. I'm really very happy about where I am in the scheme of things. But knowing is only half the battle. You have to then implement. So yeah, so this was and I will say it's what I call like a layering effect. It's like if I'm a huge glacier of ice and I'm trying to get to the center of that ice. I got to keep chipping away, and it might take me a very long time, months, years, however long it takes. I'm in it for the long haul because it's my life. But my point is, it can take a long time to get unstuck from old belief systems and old patterns of behavior. So really, as usual, the individual's in their own way. I'm in my own way. But anyway, I'm trying to get out of my way. So lesson learned, universe. Thank you very much. Just shut up. If people want to be negative, leave it right there. Kind of like if someone spits and I don't need to rush to clean it up, right? I can just be like, oh, I'm just going to step over that and keep going. So I'm just going to step over that and keep going. Anyway, this is what learning lessons looks like. And this is what the law of attraction looks like too. So anywho, this is Cherokee. This is my daily diary. Making my habit strong. Signing off. I'll try again tomorrow. It'll be take 3 on Wednesday. Anyway, have a good night. Love you, love you, love you. Because Cherokee, you're a wonderful person. And I appreciate you, even if no one else does. Have a good night, and I'll see you tomorrow.